Hold on. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get ourselves all set up and ready to go. Let's get ourselves all set up and ready to go. Hang on just a second. Let me just get some water in me real quick. Woo. All right. Good morning, good morning. All right. Okay. Let's get ourselves all set up here. All right. All right. Got everything all set up there. Let's get everything all set up. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm currently taking a look at OFAL. OFAL, Oscar Foxtrot Alpha Lima. Hold on one second. All right, and this stock actually had a nice little run up 261%, 261%. All right, and actually ran up quite interestingly, and then proceeded to kind of consolidate just a little bit above the VWAP, just a little bit above the VWAP. Currently, as of now, this stock is up 179%, but it did hit a high of day at 261% right there, ladies and gentlemen. So we have that going on. That is what we got going on. Let's get this graffiti pencil over here. All right. It had a shot up over here. Boom. And it formed a bit of a pennant right over here and over here. There we are. There we are. All right. So, needs to break above this pennant. That's OFAL. OFAL needs to break above this pennant. Currently has unconfirmed Q3 earnings due in 13 days from now on August 25th. But it also had some form of a reverse split going on right there. Had a little bit of a reverse split going on. We'll see what goes on there. All right, but they basically consolidated shares. All right, and then it immediately shot up 261%. So it was pretty crazy, ladies and gentlemen, pretty crazy. But not gonna lie, pretty good, pretty good. Yes, sir. There we go. Yes, yes. Nick on Facebook says, "Good morning, Double Nicks. Good morning, Coach." Right there. Good morning, CoachNickMoney. Yes. The Coachmeister General said hello. Yes, because he's doing his thing right now. But yes, hello, hello. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. All right, all right, all right. Let me just get some of the stuff for YouTube over here, because I think the YouTube's having that little glitch thingy again. So give me just a second. Give me just a second. We should be good. Let me just get this thing all fixed up over here. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, so far OFAL. Let me actually get some support and resistance lines for it right over here. OFAL has a high a day at $2.93, as well as a resistance line at 241, and then another one at 208. Currently, it has to break above 208, has to hold above the VWAP at $1.87, has to break above 208, then 241, and then finally the high a day at 293 for it to really be schmexy to me. Formed a bit of a pennant due to the consolidation just above the VWAP. So we got that going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on with OFAL, OFAL. That is what we got going on. Hold on one second. Hold on. All right. Hold on one sec. All right. All right. So that's what we got going on. Just fixing up that little glitch on the YouTubes, and then all right, again get the announcements out, and we should be ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, Joab says, "What's up, Banger Nation? What's up, Joab? Hope you're having a wonderful day, man." Legal says, "Good morning, Doubles. Good morning, Legal. Hope you're having a wonderful day, brother, man. Hope you are having a wonderful day." Joab says, "What's up, doubles? How you doing, Joab, man? I'm having a good day. I'm blessed. You already know what time it is. Every day is a blessing, ladies and gentlemen. I got my family, I got my health, and I got my banger nation. You know what it is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woo! Always a blessing, ladies and gentlemen. Always a blessing. All right. There we go. There we go.
The description is wrong.
Oh, I know. I'm fixing it up right now. It's doing that glitch again. Give it a second. Yeesh. All right. All right. All right. Hold on. There we go. There we are. There we go. Should be all fixed up and ready to go. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, so far with OFAL, Joab says, "I'm doing great. Happy to be here. We're happy to have you, brother, man. We are happy to have you always. Yes, sir." Alright. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, OFAL has been moving nice. Marty says, "Good morning, Banger Nation. Hello, Doubles and Joab." Hello, Marty. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Or actually, not weekend, excuse me. A wonderful morning. Not weekend. Ish. Reason why I said weekend was probably because I did make some plans with some friends of mine, probably like last night, to do some stuff over the weekend. But yeah, nah.
Yes.
Yes.
Let everybody know, 2:20
Oh yes.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Ooh.
We got the free live stream in the Discord.
Oh yes.
Link.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Also, ladies and gents, be sure to get your rolls. Be sure to get your roll, your free roll for the Discord. All right, be sure to join our free Discord and get access to the exclusive Discord live stream, as well as the occasional Discord picks. As well. Be sure to get all that by clicking the link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. Yeah, so we have a live stream today at 2:20 Eastern Standard Time, PM.
On the free Discord.
Yep, on that free Discord. Yep.
Make sure you get yourself assigned the free rolls.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to get yourselves the free rolls. Be sure to get all that good stuff right there.
All the instructions when you come in.
All right. So here's the link over here. Be sure to get yourselves the free Discord roll, the free roll to get into the Discord, so you guys can get access to the Discord free exclusive rolls live stream that we got going on. All right, we got a live stream exclusive to the free roll people, as well as obviously our other Discord people. It's a private Discord live stream for our free roll people. So we got that going on right there at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hold on one second. Let me just give it to everybody in the chat. There we go. So be sure to get that free Discord roll. All right. Who doesn't like free, man? Who doesn't like free? All right. Give me just a second. One second. All right. All right. Hold on one second. All right. All right. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Be sure to get that free Discord exclusive roll for yourselves, so that way you can see the little exclusive live stream we got going on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, sir. All right. There we are. All right. Loopy3 says, "Hi, bro." All right. There you go. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So that's what we got going on right there. All right. Hold on. Let me just get this over here. Boom. Yes, 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 yes. And let's get the TikTok up. Tiki-taki, tiki-taki. There we are. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we just took a look at OFAL. 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 Let's put this up here. OFAL. Called it on our private Discord server prior to its run up 261%. Just broke a resistance line at 208. Broke the resistance line and needs to break the next resistance line because it is curling off the pennant at $2.41 right there. $2.41. We got that going on right there. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So as of now, OFAL needs to break that $2.41 resistance line right there for it to be even more schmexy to me. But it did run up a nice 261%. Called it on our private Discord prior to that, so we got that going on. Bada bing, bada boom, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on one sec. 1 second. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, yeah, OFAL had that going on right there. Let's take a look at CHOW. CHOW, in the meantime, while we get everything all shared up and ready to go. But yes, let's take a look at CHOW right there. All right, this is CHOW Cloud International Holdings Limited Ordinary Shares. This one is a bit choppy, in my opinion, very choppy. All right, had a lot of pops and drops, a lot of shots upward, and then shots back downward over here. Looks like it could be forming the beginning of a potential head and shoulders bear pattern right here. All right, you got the shoulder, the head, all right, and I think it's going to try to form another shoulder and then probably go back down. We'll see what happens, though. We shall see what happens, but as of now, not looking too interesting to me. Up 72%. This stock went up 72%. I will say that, but yeah, no, CHOW, I'm pretty sure, yep. It went up as high as 92%. It did go up 92%, but then pulled its way on back right there. All right. Even had some points of basically on the RSI where it was a bit overbought on the RSI as well. So I don't entirely trust the stock right now. It doesn't look exactly trustworthy. Can it break above that resistance line? We shall see. We shall see, ladies and gentlemen. Has to break above resistance at 73 cents for it to really be schmexy to me, but otherwise, meh. That's what we got going on right there. Has to break above that area. All right. What's up? Yes, yes. So there we go. There we go. All right. All right. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cash, the big bucks, I tell you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out that wonderful 4-day trial for $9.99, ladies and gentlemen. Because while we got the free Discord, that is basically only a taste, a small taste of what the premium. Yeah, it's like a sample. It's a pup cup. It's a pup cup of what we actually got going on. You know what I mean? It's like a sample. You know what I mean? So, yeah. The real deal, on the other hand, that has all sorts of cool things. You get the scanner, you get the 24/7 news flow, you get all sorts of cool stuff with that one. So you get all sorts of wonderful stuff at the touch of a button, at the tip of your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you got going on right there. So yes, that is what we have going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. CHOW is currently pulling down below the VWAP right there. So CHOW, possible head and shoulders bear pattern. Not feeling that one right now. Not looking schmexy to me. All right, we'll see what happens with it. But as of now, not looking schmexy. OFAL just shot up 303%. 303%. Oh my. Oh my. OFAL just went up 303% right now. Look at that. Hit a new high a day right there. OFAL hit a new high a day. OFAL hit a new high a day and went up 303%. 306%, excuse me. 306%. There we go. 306%. Needs to break the new high a day at $3.52 for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Look at that. Yes, sir. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. All right. So that's OFAL. OFAL just hit 306%. 306%. Got to keep a nice close eye on it. Has a 938,000 float, which is a very low float. Volume is 91 million as of now. So OFAL has that going on right there. They got that going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. What else we got? What else we got? Let me at him. Let me at him. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. All right. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. In just a second, let me just get this notification up here. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got going on. All right. Hold on. Let me just get this over here. Get the announcements out over here for everybody. 1 second. And let's get a share party going. Let's get to 200, ladies and gentlemen. 200, 200, 200. Let's get to 200. Just going to keep an eye on this. OFAL just ran up 308% now. 308%. Still trying to climb its way on up a little bit right there. 313. There we go. 316. All right. There we go. 316% right there. 316%. There we are. There we are. Oh my. Alright, alright, alright. 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 So 313% has been the new high right there. It hit a nice new high at 313%. 313%. There we go. Alright, alright. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, alright, alright. There we go. There we go. Hold on 1 second. Let me get some water in me. But while I'm sharing this thing, while I'm sharing it up here and getting some, getting the announcements out, ladies and gentlemen, what have you guys been up to? How is your Taco Tuesday? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how you guys have been doing. How has everybody been doing this past day? You know what I mean? How have you guys been? What you guys been up to? All right. What you guys been up to? And also, if there's any stocks you want us to take a look at, put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Put it in the chat right there, and I will take a look at them stonks right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Put them stonks in there for me. Yes. All right. Give me 1 second. There we are. All right. There we go. There we go. Bobo Beebs says, howdy. Howdy, Bobo. He says, here in Ulima Charlie. Copy that, Bobo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There we go. There's the Bobo. The Bobo. Also known as Bobo Bricks. Yes. Hold on 1 sec. There we go. Alright. Alright. So. Alright. Everything's all set up there. So let's take a look at OFAL. Alright. Hit a high of 313% now. OFAL ran up 313% right there. Alright. Traded up, asked, are we getting over 350 on OFAL? I mean, it's hard to say, honestly. Is it possible? Maybe. Possibly. It did at one point go to 352, so it is possible. So, you never know. We'll have to see what happens, traded. Yeah, we got the Fibonacci up here. So we got, currently, right now, it is just above the resistance line. Actually, just above the support line at $2.85. Has to break that high a day at $3.52 for it to be somewhat maxi to me. It has been moving near to it. Actually, let me get a refreshment in there. Let me refresh it just in case. But yeah, now as of now, it did form a little bit of a resistance, a little tiny one right over here. Right over here, just at $3. So it has to break that $3 mark right there for it to really be schmaxy to me. There we go. There we go. All right. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. There we are. All right. And again, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to get that free Discord role. Be sure to get the free Discord role because we have a live stream coming up after our live stream at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be another live stream. Oh, my. 300 OFAL now 352% right there. 352%. Oh my gracious. Wow. Hold on. There we go. OFAL. I look away for 5 seconds. It goes up 352%. There we go. OFAL. Now up 352%. And moving There we go. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, ladies and gents. Ladies and gentlemen. Whew. All right. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, there we go. There we go. Marty says hello to Bobo. Joab says Bobo. Yay. Bobo. Yesh. All right. So, as of now, OFAL currently just had a nice run up 352% and pulled back just a little bit right there. All right, has that going on. Has that going on right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to 300. All right, just give me a second right here. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. All right. There we are. There we are. Hold on. Let's get that share party going on. Let's get to 300. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see what happens with OFAL, man. It's been moving up. Bless you, coach. Yeesh. Is that my watch? There we go. Put that there. Bless you, coach. Yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. Woo. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at RMCF. Let's take a look at RMCF. How's RMCF looking? RMCF. All right, let's take a look at that stock right there. RMCF. Yeesh. 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I'm back, ladies and gents. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, as of now, let's take a look at RMCF. RMCF. All right. RMCF. All right. RMCF currently up to hit a high of 201%. 201% right there. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, you got that going on right there. RMCF currently up 201%. 201% right there. Hold on 1 second. Give us just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I just got to take care of something real quick. 1 second. 1 second.
All right, all right, all right. It's Coach here. Doubles had a little bit of a situation that he had to take care of, so I'm taking over, baby. All right, let's go take a look at some of these stocks. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what is going on. Let's see what is going on. So we see over here ticker symbol O RMCF, RMCF with some news. Let's take a look and see what it's got going on. Let's see what it's got going on for the news. Let's see. The news is, oh, let's open it up. Let's open it up. Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory acquires franchise Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory in Chino Hills, California. That is a catalyst from July 20th. Nothing recent. Let's take a look at the stock from a standpoint of a technical analysis. Let's get some drawings on it. We can see that the volume weighted average is at $1.57, $1.57, and it has formed what appears to be the beginnings of a cup and handle. This is a 5-minute chart, so we will look and see if this cup and handle pattern right over here ends up breaking out. We're looking to see it potentially move in the upward direction. We need volume, obviously, to push upward, and obviously the RSI seems to be moving in an upward trajectory, but it's not doing it in a radically straight move upward. So we'll see what happens. Bobo Beep on YouTube says, what's up, Marty and Joab? What's up, Marty and Joab? So let's go ahead and say that we want to see a level broken by RMCF. Let's get the graffiti pencil activated. We want to see the key psychological level of 175, I would say, 180. Let's call it 180. A break of 180 with volume. That would make it much more attractive to me. So let's go ahead and get this information out there. Let's get it out there on the Twitter account. Let's post it on the Twitter account and let Twitter know. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. And we already got that posted. Perfect, 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 perfect. Let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. We're looking at the custom scanners that we're sharing with you from the private Discord. Let's take a look at a ticker that was moving after hours yesterday. We gave it to our private Discord as soon as it came out. BOXL, Boxlight Corporation. Boxlight Corporation. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit smaller, and you can see. Let's get the current news up here as the news is coming up. Okay, you can see right over here that it triple topped. So if we get the graffiti pencil activated, you can see that there's a top over here, a top over here, and a top over here. The stock is currently up 65%, but obviously it was up a heck of a lot more last night. And you can see that there was a massive sell-off. The volume weighted average is at $5.47. Graffiti pencil activated. 547 is where the volume weighted average is. And again, for people that are new with trading, the volume weighted average is essentially perceived to be an area that demarks between the area of a bearish pattern, which would be lower than the VWAP, and a bullish pattern, which would be above a VWAP. Let's get a share party. Let's get to 400, 500, 600 folks. Come on, the CPI is out already. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's get more people in here. RSI is moving up. Listen, guys, we need more people showing up to these live streams. If we're not going to get the people showing up on the live streams, we're going to make them shorter and shorter. So make sure you're sharing this up. Okay, because I don't like talking to dead air, so please share the stream and show support, comment, and make sure that you're being part of the Banger Nation, because we're working very hard to put content out for you, and we need to make sure that people are showing up. Okay, I understand that sometimes the market is slow, but yesterday you had a 1,035% runner, baby, with PLAG, and we talked about it all day long. So let's get to the first 1,000. There's no reason for there to be 385 people at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday after a 1,035% runner. Come on now, I said. Let's get this done. All right, so let's go over here and let's get this over here and let's get this situated over here. And we got BOXL. BOXL that started running in after hours is currently up 60% and needs to break the VWAP at $5.47. $5.47. All right, all right, all right. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's go to the next ticker that we're going to look at. And that ticker also started moving yesterday. It's BAOS. 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 That ticker started moving in after hours. In after hours yesterday. It is, of course, a China stock. A China stock. And it pushed up quite aggressively and then started to pull back this morning. It's currently up just about 60%. The volume weighted average, let's go ahead and mark that first things first. VWAP is at $1.74. $1.74. The price is significantly below the volume weighted average. We see that the volume candles have been subsiding as we get closer to the opening bell. We have 27 minutes before the opening bell. You could see that on the RSI has for the most part been staying down towards the oversold area. We need to see volume come in and push that RSI upward. And of course we want to see the price action start to curl and move upward and break through the resistance area of $1.74, which is the volume weighted average, the VWAP, aka the volume weighted average. All right, so with ticker symbol BAOS, BAOS up 60%, needs to break the volume weighted average at $1.74. All right, let's go. Put your questions in the chat. Put your questions in the chat. Let's get them questions in the chat and let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving. Let's get it going, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Next ticker we're going to look at is CHOW, 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 CHOW. And we're going to go ahead and put it over here. Let's go ahead and put it over here. CHOW. And CHOW was moving on no news. It's also another China stock. We have some key levels already drafted. You could see that it double topped over here, sold off, and is currently below the volume weighted average of 57 cents. So it's going to need to break that 57-cent mark. We could see that the RSI is pushing downward. The RSI is pushing downward. Let's get the share party going on. We're almost at 500. Let's go for 600. Let's go for 1,000, 2,000. Let's share it up. Let's share it up. Let's share it up, folks. Come on now. Come on now. Let's get that share party going on. Let's get that share party going on. All right. So with it, Night Rogue said, "Good morning, Coach. Good morning, Night Rogue on YouTube. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning." Let's go, baby. Let's get that share party going on. We are quickly getting close to the opening bell. The opening bell is going to be at 9:30. It's 9:05 right now. It is 9:05, and we are looking at ticker symbol CHOW, CHOW, which is currently up about 60%. Seems to be the magic number today. About 60% on all these stocks right now, and it needs to break the volume weighted average. It's testing the volume weighted average. It needs to break 57 cents the VWAP. Just like that, baby. Just like that. That's what we're hoping for. That's what's going on. Okay, let's take a look at ticker symbol CRWG. CRWG. Let's take a look at it. And that is an ETF. So we're going to just make a notable mention that CRWG is up 38%. There's a couple of ETFs that are moving this morning. NBIL as well as also another ETF up right now about just about 40%, just about 40%, and NBIG related to that. NBIG, another ETF also up about 42%, 42%. So those are ETFs. So those are some of the tickers that are actually moving. Just a reminder, subscribe to the YouTube channel at CoachNickMoney. At CoachNickMoney. Make sure you're also following us on x.com at CoachNickMoney. Make sure that you're also with us on Twitch at CoachNickMoney. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at CoachNickMoney. And of course, we're on the TikTok at DBLNicks, at DBLNICKS. And the screen name is CoachNickMoney. And we're going to be having a live stream today at 2:20 p.m. 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be preparing a watch list and going over stocks that we're looking at for the power hour, as well as going over some of the runners that have been running during the day, and that is going to be taking place in our free Discord. You guys asked for a free Discord. We listened. We created a free Discord for you. The link is in the description and in the pinned comments. Go ahead and take advantage of that free Discord. Go ahead and take advantage of that free Discord. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment. When you come in, make sure that you follow the instructions in order to get your roles assigned so that you can actually see what is going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Yes, sir. Let's get that done, baby. Let's get that done. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here, let me post the link again so you have it. Let me post the link again so y'all have it, baby. Come on now. Come on now. Night Rogue said made a lot of money sniping OFAL. Excellent call this morning. Yes, sir, baby. Let's go on YouTube. Let's go, baby. Huh. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on 1 second. Let me post this. Join our free Discord and watch the live pre power hour live stream at 2:20 p.m. EST, baby. Like that, bro. Like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get that done, baby. Let's get that done. There we go. Boom. Just like that. All right. All right. All right. Yes, sir. Boom. Chakalaka. Boom. Chakalaka. Right there. Here we go. There we go. Boom. Boom. Like that, baby. Yes, sir. All right, so we got over 500 folks. Let's get a share party. Let's get a share party going on. Let's go for 600, 700 folks. If you got questions on any particular stocks that you want us to chat about, go ahead and put it in the chat. RMCF moving. RMCF moving. Let's go take a look at it. RMCF moving. All right, it is currently up 175%. 160%, 160%, nope, 186 is the number right now, 186, yes sir, so RMCF up 186%, yes sir, a bit extended, let's go ahead and get this typed up again. Come on now. There we go. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, refresh it. Refresh it. Come on, refresh it. There we go. Come on now. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. There you go. All right. All right. All right. Let's get this set up over here. All right. So it's a little bit extended. off the VWAP. RSI is definitely overbought. Volume is starting to pull back down. Pull back down. We want it to hold above this 175 level. All right. So for RMCF, we want to see it hold above $1.75. 75 cents. Next resistance area is going to be $2. $2, baby. Yes, sir. Like that. Like that. Okay, boom. Let's get it going on. We're almost at 600, folks. Let's get to 700, 1,000. Come on, let's get to 1,000, 2,000. Let's get to 2,000. Show Coach Nick some love, people. Come on now. Share it up, baby. Ask some questions. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Huh. So it looked like this stock RMCF wanted to break out of that cup and handle pattern, but right now it's still loitering at that cup and handle pattern, and it's kind of channeling between the $2 mark and 175. We need volume to push it along. We need volume to push it along, baby. Let's take a look at what SPY looks like. After the CPI report, Consumer Price Index came out today. And lo and behold, it's pushing on up to the big time, baby. SPY is acting positively to the CPI report. It is moving in a bullish manner. So SPY is moving in a bullish direction after the CPI report this morning. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right, all right. Let's go take a look at some other tickers. Let's go back to OFAL. OFAL is selling off a little bit. The stock went well over 300% this morning. Crazy movement. Let's clear it out a little bit. Let's clear it out a little bit and see what it looks like right now. And it looks like it is forming a potential pennant over here, although it is somewhat extended. So we could see that there's some concern over here with the extension between the 9 EMA and the volume weighted average. The volume weighted average is at $2.11. Graffiti pencil activated, $2.11. Let's go ahead and put that at the volume weighted average, $2.11, right over here. And it seems to be forming at the moment, the price action seems to be forming what could potentially be a descending wedge bull reversal pattern. Let's go ahead and give it a little bit of a chart over here. We got this going on right over here. We got this going on over here. So we need to see a breakout from this pennant to validate that this is actually happening. We need volume to come in. We need volume to come in to prove to us that in fact this is a descending wedge bull reversal pattern. So one of the things that we'll be looking at is obviously we're going to be looking at to see whether or not these volume candles start to break out as we get closer to the opening bell. Wow, I'm so used to doing the power play show, aren't I? Right? Obviously, we have 15 minutes before the open. We have 15 minutes before the open. RSI had peaked at an overbought position, and it seems to be pushing downward. We want to see a reversal of that and a move up. So right now, what we're really looking to see happen, what we really want to see happen, is we want to see a break of $2.75 with this stock with significant volume. So ticker symbol OFAL, the biggest runner this morning. The biggest runner this morning needs to break resistance at $2.75, baby. $2 at $2 at two. Wait, what happened over here? What's going on over here? Come on, no typos. No typos this morning. The fingers ain't warm yet. They ain't warm yet, I tell you. There we go. Boom. Like that. All right, that's what's going on. That is what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel at Coach Nick Money, and also following us on Twitter, x.com, aka x.com, at Coach Nick Money, at Coach Nick Money. So go ahead and give us a follow on those platforms. It helps a lot. It helps the streams grow, and it helps us provide you more content on social media. So please show your support. It is super important. It affects the algorithms, and it helps us get a greater reach, which allows us to put more and more content out there. All right, quick thing before we keep going. If you've been watching and you're serious about small caps, don't just sit on the outside trying to piece it together by yourself. We've got a 4-day full access pass for $9.99, and it is full access. You come inside, you see how we actually operate live, how we structure trade ideas, how we map levels, how we think about risk, how we handle momentum. You'll get the next day early watch list. You'll see the 24/7 market news flow, pre-market scanners, after-hour scanners, float, volume, catalyst context built right in, and you'll see our ticker tape scanner, which was custom built by DBL Mix and myself for our private Banger Nation Discord community, built to catch stocks when they're starting to heat up before they go parabolic. This isn't noise. It's how we find structure in the market. And if this is how you want to approach the market, grab the 4-day pass and come see it live. The link's in the description and in the pinned comment. And when you come in, let us know that you saw us on the stream. We love hearing that. It is absolutely amazing to hear that from the community. Emmy Lee is now following us. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow on Facebook. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You guys are incredible. We are currently live streaming on multiple channels. We are on YouTube at Coach Nick Money. We are on Facebook at Coach Nick Money. We are on X at Coach Nick Money. We are on Twitch at Coach Nick Money. And last but not least, we're on TikTok at DBL Nicks, at DBL NICKS. And the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Coach Nick Money. So thank you so much for all the support. Make sure you're subscribed to all these channels. You're following on all these channels. You're liking it up. You're sharing it up. It helps tremendously. Folks, we really appreciate everything that you do, and I hope you appreciate what we're trying to do as well. We're trying to share a lot of love, a lot of education, and a little bit of laughter too. Why not? It don't hurt nobody. Laughter never hurt anybody. I'm just saying. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep checking out what's going on. The market has somewhat slowed down a little bit as we get closer to the opening bell. Vic, welcome. Welcome, Vic. And welcome to the Discord. Need you to contact me in the Discord so that we can schedule a one-on-one session, okay? Just a reminder, you're entitled to a one-on-one session, so that's another thing that we're doing with the private Discord members that are coming in right now. If you get yourself signed up for a 4-day trial, you'll also be able to schedule a one-on-one session with me. You could ask questions about how the Discord works. You could ask questions about how I trade and what my strategies are. I share that with you. All right. And of course, you could ask any questions. So go ahead and do that. So VEC asked about RMCF. Let's take a look at RMCF. RMCF. And what we see happening here is potentially a couple of things. Let me erase what's already here, and let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start from scratch. Okay, so what I'm noticing, if I crunch it up like this, is that it's potentially setting up. Yeah, very cool, Vic. Thank you. Just we opened up a ticket on the Discord, so just respond in the ticket or in the chat, okay? We won't be direct messaging you at all, right? So be careful with that. There are people that pretend to be me, so be careful. That's not me. If you're getting a direct message, every communication will be in the Discord, okay, in our Discord server. Okay, so with ticker symbol RMCF, what we're seeing is that it's forming what appears to be potentially a double top, which is a bearish reversal pattern. Bobo Beeps on YouTube said, I feel as if I need to make shooting and explosion sounds while shouting Djibouti to make this make sense. Let's go. What's up, Rogue? What's up? What's up, baby? What's up? All right, so what we're seeing with ticker symbol RMCF is it appears to be potentially forming a bearish reversal pattern with a double top. One of the things that's concerning to me about what I'm looking at the chart is that it's formed this top tail over here, and the top tail usually is an indication that you're having buyer fatigue, okay? What we're seeing happening as we get closer to the open is we're also seeing that the volume candles are stopping now. They're going down. So what we're going to keep an eye on is whether or not volume comes in. There'll probably be a lot of turbulence in the market for the first 10 minutes of the open. So I'm going to hold off on that. One of the things that's also notable is that the RSI seems to be peaking a couple of times over here with a head and shoulders bearish pattern. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So right over here would be a shoulder, right over here would be another shoulder, and right here is your head. Yes, you can do that with your RSI as well. If this in fact is a bearish head and shoulders pattern, that would indicate that the RSI is going to potentially dip downward, and that would be a bearish signal. Paradigm on Twitch, money, 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 money. What's up, Paradigm? How you doing, baby? How you doing, my buddy? My buddy's on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so what I'm seeing here is potentially a bearish signal. So what am I going to be looking for? I'm going to be looking for a break of $1.80. I need to see a clear break, and it can't just be a little spike with a top tail. No, it has to be a full legitimate break with a thrust of volume moving upwards. So I need to see volume go up. I need to see the RSI move up, but keep in mind it's congregating around that overbought area, again, signaling a potential reversal, right? So what I want to see happen is an initial break of $1.80 and then another break of the $2 mark. So let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil activated, and you can see where the double top is over here. It's roughly at around $2, the psychological level. So we need to see that break. Now, my concerns are that I'm not seeing any news on this particular ticker right now. Oh, hold on, please hold. There is news. They filed a Form 8K. They filed a Form 8K. It is a 4 million float stock with 114 million volume. Let's see what the 8K says. The 8K is basically a document that lists material changes to the company, and it's required by the Securities Exchange Commission. So let's see what, in essence, it says. Okay, so yesterday, August 11th, during a meeting with employees and franchisees of Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, the company interim chief executive officer made certain statements regarding the company's strategic outlook, including the board of directors may be evaluating a potential sale of the company as part of its ongoing review of strategic alternatives. In connection with these statements, the company is disclosing the following information. The company's board of directors, with the assistance of its advisors, exploring strategic alternatives that may be available to the company, which alternatives may include, among other things, a possible sale, merger, or other business combination, or going private transaction in connection with this process. Okay, so again, these are forward-looking, and just look at what's here in all cap, forward-looking statements. And again, we're looking at the search features that we utilize in our private Discord. So that's in our private Discord. Make sure you're getting into the private Discord and getting yourself that 4-day trial for $9.99, because these are just some of the tools that we utilize in the Discord in addition to the scanners, okay? Paradigm on Twitch said, reading the news about Wall Street has millisecond early access to Truth Social post for 60 to 100 million a month. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can pay to get Truth Social posts earlier, right? So your API gives you early access to that information. 100%. That is 100% true. 100% true. True. Okay, so back to ticker symbol RMCF. Basically, this is a forward-looking statement, which means is that they're trying to guess what's happening. They're trying to restructure themselves. So that was received positively by the market. It was received positively by the market, but it's not a strong news cycle in the sense that something happened. They didn't get a contract for $50 million. They didn't get a patent, or positive phase 3 result if it was a biotech stock, right? So basically you had this push upward, and what we're seeing right now as we go towards the open is we're seeing that the stock is starting to show signs of a bearish type of a setup. So my key thing is I want to see it break that $2 level with authority. Okay. Aside from that, at this point, for me, this is a wait and see type of situation. The stock is currently up about 160%, about 160%. It is a low float stock, 4 million. I like that. Had a lot of volume, 115 million, but you can see right now there is this bearish pattern. So hopefully it will get a lot of attention. It is the second leading gainer, which again is very important, right? It's a second leading gainer, so that is important. Let's get a share party going on. Let's get to the first 1,000. We're 3 minutes away from the power hour. We are 3 minutes away from the power hour, and let's put some information on Twitter, x.com for MCF. MCF needs to break resistance at the $2 level to be schmexy to me. So hopefully that's helpful for you, VC. And let's move on to the next ticker. Let's take a look at what is happening with OFAL. It seems to be pulling back after a pretty significant run. It's formed what could potentially be a descending wedge. However, it needs to get volume to validate that, and my concern is that the 9 EMA is significantly further away from the VWAP, and the RSI keeps dipping. So we're going to wait and see whether or not volume candles come in. We are about a minute and a half away from power hour. We are a minute and a half away from the power hour. So what we have going on with OFAL is a descending wedge has formed and needs volume to validate. All right. Okay, we are now about a minute away from the power hour. I'm sorry, a minute away from the opening bell. Night Rogue says, "What's up, Bobo?" on YouTube. What's up? Why did this screen happen? What happened over here? What happened? What happened over here? What's going on? What's going on? There we go. There we go. Volume. There we go. Okay, it's working. Everything's working. I clicked into the wrong thing. I'm not used to this setup. I'm used to my show. My show is Power Play. Make sure you guys got your notifications on for Power Play. Power Play is going to be on today at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then right after that at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be live in the private Discord. Make sure that you're showing up for the live stream in the private Discord. One on, I tell you. Yes, sir. Our live stream is going to be at 2:20 p.m. in the private Discord. Hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and post this. Hold on 1 segundo. 1 segundo. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right. Boom. And let's put it over here as well. 1 segundo. Let's put it over here. Boom. Like that, bruh. Boom. There you go. All right. So make sure you click that link. Click that Discord link. We are now officially in regular hours. We're watching OFAL. Yes, sir. We're keeping an eye on it to see if it moves and grooves. It is pushing up to $2.70. I'm concerned. I want to make sure that we don't have false breakouts with these stocks. We're going to keep a close eye, see what's going on, see if it breaks out or if it doesn't break out. We're also going to keep a very close eye on ticker symbol RMCF. RMCF, those are the two stocks that are of particular interest to me right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Boom, 278 is where we're at with OFAL. Let's go to RMCF. RMCF. Let's take a look at RMCF. Folks, we're at 933 folks. Let's get a share party. Let's get to the first 1,000. Let's get to the first 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said, I was a little concerned about a potential double top bearish pullback. It did pull back. One thing that's kind of positive, though, is that it's trying to hold above the volume weighted average. Let's get the volume weighted average indicated at $1.61. The price action is staying above that level. We're going to have resistance at around 170, 175-ish. Okay, if the price can push up. It's trying to form a bottom tail. It needs to break through that 175 level. It needs to break through that 175 level. It needs to break that 175 level. So ticker symbol RMCF needs to break resistance at $1.75. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel at CoachNickMoney, and also Twitch at CoachNickMoney, X.com at CoachNickMoney, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at CoachNickMoney, and we're also on TikTok at DBLNicks, at DBLNICKS, and the screen name is Coach Nick Money. Let's go back to OFAL. Take a look at what's going on with OFAL. All right, folks. It is based. It looks like it might have halted. That's what it looks like to me. I don't see any movement on it, so it looks like it potentially halted. And we're waiting to see whether or not it resumes. Let's see if it resumes. Yes, sir. Let's see what happened with the runner from yesterday, PLAG. PLAG down 77%. So what comes up must go down. Look at this. Look at how crazy PLAG was. Look at that. Holy Toledo, huh? It moved quite aggressively and then sold off, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. All right, let's go back to CHOW, CHOW, and it is testing the high of day. It is testing the high of day. So that's pretty much what's going on, folks. Make sure that you get yourself into the free Discord, and we will be live streaming. And of course, for all the Banger Nation members in Discord, that is fully accessible to you as well. Come into the free Discord using the link. Click the link, follow the instructions to get your free role assigned to you, and we will be doing the live stream, getting ready for Power Hour at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, make sure that you take advantage of your 4-day trial if you want full access to the scanners, the news features, search features, full chat, and full complete access to the entire Banger Nation experience on Discord. We have a 4-day trial for $9.99. The link is in the description, so go ahead and take advantage of that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to bid you adieu. We will be back at it at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Power Play on YouTube at CoachNickMoney, and on Twitch at CoachNickMoney, and on X at CoachNickMoney. Much love and peace out. Bye-bye, everybody.